Hello people of BookTube, Megan here, and time for another video. Today, I am going to be talking about my 2020 bookish goals. So, these goals are very specifically book related in some way, shape, or form. I am going to be doing another video of non-bookish goals, but that's going to be on my non-BookTube channel, which I'll link down in the description if anyone is interested in that. And I feel like I am so late in getting this up. Oh my god. So yeah, let's get into this, shall we? So the first goal I have for this year is to read 120 books. A goal which in the past has been very possible for me. I definitely have been able to read at least 100 books each year, like since I started like my Goodreads account. Except maybe the first year, but I think because I started that late in the year, but whatever. This next goal is something that I've been working on for a while, and it is to narrow down my Goodreads to-read list. I literally feel like whenever I manage to get it down a significant amount, I end up adding a whole bunch of books to it, bringing it back up. I'm gonna try and not limit that, because I do like using Goodreads to keep track of books that catch my interest. There are a lot of books that catch my interest. I'm naturally not going to remember the title or author of every single one while I wait to get to read it. I am going to try and be a little more on top of keeping that list at a reasonable level. Like, for most of 2019 and before, it was easily over 2,000 books on that list. I managed to get it slightly under 2,000 for this new year. I went through like the whole list and looked at the description for everything and weeded out everything that kind of lost my interest. So I'm kind of starting Goodreads out with a reasonably clean slate. Yeah, I want to narrow that down a little bit more. This next goal is also kind of Goodreads related. There are a lot of books on my Goodreads from the years 2014 to 2016. I would love to be able to finally get around to a lot of those books. I want to read a bulk of those books this year. Just kind of narrow it down, because a lot of those books have been on my to-read list for 4 to 6 years. And that's a little ridiculous. So my big goal is to kind of narrow down the books specifically in those years. So a big thing I want to do is kind of narrow down specifically those books that I added to my Goodreads in those years. This next one has been on my list for a few years now, I feel, and it is to kind of expand my content a bit more. I do mostly do reviews on here. I do want to get back into like doing TBRs. I never really was big on wrap-ups, I don't think, but I want to get into doing TBRs again. I was going to do one for January, but just beginning of the month there was so much going on, and December so much going on, and today I'm only going to be able to film a few videos because there's so much going on, and I feel by the time I do get time to film a TBR for January, the month will be pretty much over. So definitely plan to start that for February moving onward. I would like to do maybe discussions of some sort of what, I don't know. I want to get back and doing tags again. I did more tags this year than I have in the past few years, which isn't saying much because I think I only did like 3 tags this year. But I want to get back into doing tags and just kind of expand my content a bit more. The next goal I have is to read most of the unread books that I have in my apartment. I have quite a few unread books. I want to change that. This year I do plan to cut down on some of my book buying, my impulse buys more exact. Like, they're books that I've been looking forward to, I will definitely be buying. I'm going to be trying to cut back on the impulse buys until I get a lot of the books I currently own read. In fact, maybe if I have time later on in the month, I might do a whole book showing all the unread books I have to give myself a little motivation, so to speak. This next goal is one that I really need to get on, and I want to start reading more diversely this year. I really do want to start reading books that are about and or written by people of color, people who aren't able-bodied, people who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. That is definitely one of my top goals for this year. And the final goal on my list is to be less afraid to DNF books. Back in 2019, I definitely got much better about that, but I want to continue on that trend for 2020. I used to be one of those people who would try and push on until the end of a book, even if I wasn't liking it, because I felt like a quitter if I gave up. But especially lately, I've just been kind of going into the mindset of life is short. Life is far too short to force yourself to read a book that you're just not vibing with for whatever reason. And there's so many books out there. So many awesome books that could catch your attention and catch your interest and that you will love. So why should I or anyone else waste time with a book that they're not liking when there's so many out there that you will like? So yeah, definitely plan to keep on being willing to DNF books. So yeah. Those are my bookish goals for 2020. For anyone still watching, what are some goals that you have for this lovely new year? Let me know. Let's get a discussion going. So yeah, that is it for this video, and I hope to see you guys next time.